In the sleepy town of Willow Creek, nestled deep within the dense forest of the Pacific Northwest, there stood an old, abandoned mansion known as Blackwood Manor. Locals whispered tales of its dark past, claiming it was haunted by the spirits of those who had met their untimely demise within its walls. One stormy night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to test their courage and explore the decrepit mansion. They brushed off the warnings of the townsfolk, convinced that the stories were nothing more than superstition. As they entered the mansion, the air grew thick with an eerie chill, and the once creaky floorboards seemed to moan beneath their feet. Ignoring the sense of foreboding that hung in the air, they pressed on, their flashlights casting long shadows on the walls. But as they delved deeper into the mansion's labyrinthine corridors, they soon realized they were not alone. Whispers echoed through the darkness, and shadowy figures danced just beyond the reach of their light. Panic set in as the teenagers tried to find their way out, but the mansion seemed to twist and shift around them, leading them further into its sinister depths. Each room they entered held new horrors, and the line between reality and nightmare began to blur. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a room shrouded in darkness, its door barely hanging on its hinges. Reluctantly, they stepped inside, only to be greeted by a sight that would haunt them for the rest of their days. In the center of the room stood a grotesque figure, its twisted form barely human. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, as it reached out with gnarled fingers, beckoning them closer. With a scream, the teenagers turned and fled, desperate to escape the clutches of the mansion's malevolent spirit. But as they raced towards the exit, the walls began to close in around them, trapping them in a nightmarish prison from which there was no escape. And so, the legend of Blackwood Manor lived on, a cautionary tale whispered by the townsfolk to warn all who dared to seek out its secrets. For in the heart of the forest, something ancient and evil lurked, waiting to claim its next victims.